Now to continuing coverage of the COVID pandemic in Wisconsin, health officials monitoring an increase of a new variant.
And thankfully, they say it seems to be fairly mild, but it can still pose a risk. News 9's Sadie Fisher joining us live in Wausau with what area hospitals are asking you to do.
Both Aspirus and Marshfield clinics tell me that they're seeing a lot fewer cases than this time last year. But officials I spoke to say it's still important to be cautious of COVID, especially with new variants spreading.
It's been almost 2.5 years since the pandemic began, and while new cases and hospitalizations have declined, the virus is still around.
The pandemic isn't over. As much as we're over it, the pandemic is not over.
New cases in Wisconsin have plateaued over the last few months, but with summer activities and a new variant, that number is creeping upwards. 1 in 3 positive cases are the BA.5 variant due to its high transmission rate.
It's the variant that can escape some of the immunity that we might have from natural infection or from the vaccine, or maybe a combination of both.
While BA.5 is more contagious, it does not seem to be more severe than previous variants. Both Aspirus and Marshfield clinics say they haven't had ICU patients and average around 20 hospitalizations a day, which is a significant drop from the beginning of the pandemic. Even though cases are less severe, we are still in the epidemic stage of the virus.
It's still a very new virus. We think about colds and flus that have been around for a very, very, very long time, and we know much about. COVID is still something that we're seeking to get involvement on.
And even when COVID is no longer a pandemic, it likely won't be the same as the cold and flu.
We don't have any sort of seasonal pattern established yet. So it's just important to continue to watch numbers, take precautions.
And while the pandemic may not be officially over, they say we're in a good place to handle the virus and other medical concerns.
And today we're at a stage where a health system can handle, anybody in the community and their needs.
They said the best thing people can do is to get fully vaccinated, which includes boosters, wash your hands, stay home when you're sick, and wear a mask if you are in a busy place. Live in Wausau, Sadie Fisher, News 9 WAOW.
Thank you, Sadie. Taking a look at the latest COVID numbers in the Badger State, Wisconsin's 7-day average of new confirmed cases is more than 1,400. Most of the counties in our area have a low transmission level, with Oneida and Vilas counties a medium level.